Hello all. In this video, we'll be learning how to read a research paper effectively. We'll be learning the relevant sections that a researcher needs to focus on in order to check whether the research article is worthy enough to be included in your own research or not. I'll be making you learn how to check that the research paper is credible enough to be used in your own research or not. Let's start. So the first thing that you need to focus on as a researcher is the title of the research article. The title of the research article indicates the novelty of the research, that is, what has been new done in the research, what makes a research study special. Also, it indicates the research study area of this research article. So by this, you can check that whether the research study is in line with your own research or not. If it is, you can continue reading the research article. If not, you need to drop the research article and continue to the next research paper. So the first thing that you need to focus on is the title of the research. The another thing that you need to check is the publisher of your research article. So for example, you belong to science and engineering field. So in science and engineering field, some of the reputable publishers are IEEE, Taylor and Francis, Springer, Nature, Science. All of these are reputable publishers. So they will not publish anything in them. They will publish credible information that will be safe to be used in your own research. So this paper that I'm referring to as a sample in this video is published in IEEE. So this is a reputable article that can be used in your own research. After the publisher, what do you need to check next? That is the date of publication of the research article. In this case, this paper is published on 3 July 2025. That is the current year. So this indicates that I can be completely sure that this article reflects the latest information on this research topic. So according to the research guidelines, it is very important for any researcher to include research articles not older than 5 years in their research study to be relevant and up to date in their information while writing their research article. Because older than 5 years, the information will be outdated and cannot be applied to the present state. So it is very important that you check the date of publication of your research article before using the information written in the research article for your own research. What are the next points? In this research article, it is said that the funding agency is Office of the Privacy Commissioner of Canada's contribution programs. So that increases the credibility of this paper. In other cases, you can read the affiliation that where this study has been conducted. It is conducted in a university, laboratory, or anywhere or any institution. You need to read because that also checks the credibility of the information that you are using in your own research. After checking the affiliations or the funding agency of your research paper, you need to categorize yourself. So there are two types of researchers, two categories in researchers. One is the beginner researcher, another is seasoned researcher. So what is a beginner researcher? A beginner researcher is one who has little to no information about the study area. And the seasoned researcher is the one who has complete information about the research study area, has gone through a lot of papers and is another paper that he is going through. But for a beginner, this is the first paper that he is referring to and has to gather the background information about the study area. So I'll be telling how these both researchers can read a research paper. So it is very important to take less time to read a research paper. A beginner researcher needs to read 3 sections very carefully. One is abstract, another is introduction, and the third is the result. Abstract section indicates everything about the research objectives, the research question, the findings, the results, along with the conclusion of the research study. The introduction section includes everything about the background of the study, also highlights the research gap that needs to be fulfilled by the researcher, along with the research question and the specific research objectives that will be focused on in the entire research. So, introduction section cannot be skipped by the beginner researcher because this will give a gist of the research study area to the researcher. After this, the beginner researcher will read the results section that will include everything, the answers to all the research objectives of the research. It is very important for the beginner researcher to also focus on the illustrations and then read the paragraphs that are written in the results section, because this will help the beginner researcher in evaluating that whether he was able to visually interpret the results and compare it to the results that are written in theoretical form in order to evaluate that whether he was able to visually interpret the answers and the findings or not. For a seasoned researcher can skip the introduction section because he already knows the background of the research study area. A seasoned researcher should only focus on the abstract and the results of the research study area, and he will get the gist of the entire research. So there is a trick here for both seasoned and beginner researchers. If you come across any technical terms or jargons in the introduction section, abstract or results of any research paper article, you can use here AI tools like SciSpace and Chat PDF questions, wherein you can upload the PDF of your research article automatically, and you need to ask all the questions or the meanings of technical terms, and the AI assistant will answer you along with the meanings of those terms effectively, which will help you in understanding these sections more effectively. So use these AI tools for easing out the process of your understanding of the research paper article. The other trick here is, in order to save time for both beginners and seasoned researchers, that is research gap. So research gap is a very important aspect for any researcher because we refer to these research articles for finding a gap in literature. So it is very important for both of the researchers to know that the research gap is present in the introduction section, also in the last lines of the introduction section. So if you want to save your time and find the research gap from the research article, refer to the last few lines of the introduction section and you will be able to learn the research gap of the particular research study. So after introduction section and literature review section comes the method section. So literature review section can be skipped by both seasoned and beginners, but method section can be read by the beginners researchers, because method somewhere tells you the approach that you can adopt in order to replicate the study or make your own research study better. The beginner researcher can refer to the illustrations that are included in the method section in spite of reading the entire theoretical description written in the method section. Referring to the illustration will save time for the beginner researchers and they will be able to understand the statistical tools or the theoretical models that the researcher has adopted in order to reach to the results of the study. So till now we have discussed the importance of reading of the method section by the beginning researcher, because the seasoned researcher can avoid reading the methods section because we believe that the seasoned researcher will always be well versed with the methods that needs to be adopted in the research for finally reaching the result section. If you are not, well versed with the methods you need to adopt, you can refer to the methodology sections. If I refer to this paper that I'm referring to in this video, I can clearly see that the researcher has adopted privacy calculus model as a conceptual lens to investigate how youth, parents or educators and AI professionals view privacy risk and benefits within AI driven environments. तो मैं ये समझ पा रही हूँ कहीं ना कहीं कि उन्होंने जो मॉडल इसमें अडॉप्ट किया है वो प्रिवेसी कैलकुलस मॉडल है, और मुझे कहीं ना कहीं उनका रिसर्च ऑब्जेक्टिव भी समझ में आ रहा है कि वो ये इन्वेस्टिगेट करना चाह रहे हैं कि जो यूथ है, पेरेंट्स है, एजुकेटर्स है, उनको क्या प्रिवेसी रिस्क लगते हैं जो एआई ड्रिवन इन्वायरमेंट्स में एग्जिस्ट करते हैं. सो ये इंपॉर्टेंस है मेथडोलॉजी सेक्शन की कि मुझे ये भी पता चल गया कि वो क्या कौन सा मॉडल अडॉप्ट कर रहे हैं. मुझे ये भी पता चल गया कि मेरे रिसर्च क्वेश्चंस क्या हैं. अगर आप आगे देखेंगे, अलॉन्ग विथ उन्होंने एक टेबल भी बनाया है इन ऑर्डर टू फॉर मी टू अंडरस्टैंड द डेफिनेशंस ऑफ द jargons. विद दैट उन्होंने अपने रिसर्च मॉडल और हाइपोथेसिस को भी डिस्क्राइब किया है. सो दिस सेक्शन इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर द बिगिनर्स टू actually understand these models and understand how to reach the result section of your research study. After the method sections and then the results comes the discussion section. So discussion section can be read by both the beginners and the seasoned researchers if you have time. But I tell you what is the importance of reading this section. So if you are reading the discussion section, you should read the discussion section with a pinch of salt. What does this refers to? So discussion section actually determines that whether the researcher of the research article has been able to actually reach the answers of the research objectives or not. तो अगर आपको पता करना है कि रिसर्च स्टडी जो ये क्रेडिबल है या नहीं आपके काम के लिए, आपके खुद के रिसर्च के लिए, तो आप डिस्कशन सेक्शन देख सकते हो, क्योंकि डिस्कशन सेक्शन आपको ये बताएगा कि एक्चुअली वो जो उन्होंने रिसर्च ऑब्जेक्टिव स्टेट किए थे अपने इंट्रोडक्शन सेक्शन में, क्या वो इसके आंसर्स इसमें बता पाए हैं, क्या उनका जो रिसर्च क्वेश्चन था उसका आंसर वो इस अपने स्टडी से निकाल पाए हैं या नहीं. तो डिस्कशन सेक्शन और कंक्लूजन सेक्शन में आप एनालिटिकल अप्रोच से पढ़ना, ताकि आप पता कर पाओ कि जो ये एक्चुअली में जो ये रिसर्च स्टडी है ये वर्थ इंक्लूजन आपके रिसर्च स्टडी में है या नहीं. तो आई थिंक मैंने आपको कहीं ना कहीं ये बता दिया होगा एज बोथ बिगनर रिसर्चर एंड सीजन रिसर्चर कि एक रिसर्च आर्टिकल को आप कैसे पढ़ सकते हैं. एक और ट्रिक जो मैं आपको दे सकती हूँ वो ये होगी कि यू कैन ऑल्सो रेफर टू द रेफरेंस लिस्ट ऑफ दीज रिसर्च आर्टिकल्स. वो कैसे कि अगर आप नीचे जाके देखेंगे तो एक रेफरेंस लिस्ट होती है. अगर आप उसको पढ़ सकते हैं, अगर आपको ये जो आपका करंट रिसर्च पेपर है ये उतना वैल्यूएबल, क्रेडिबल या एक्ट नहीं लग रहा अपने रिसर्च स्टडी के लिए, सो यू कैन रेफर टू दोज दैट आर लिस्टेड इन द रेफरेंस लिस्ट ऑफ दिस आर्टिकल. आप उनको वहां जाके उस रिसर्च स्टडी के टाइटल को कॉपी करके गूगल पे पेस्ट करके यू कैन रीच दैट आर्टिकल एंड रेफर टू दैट आर्टिकल फॉर योर ओन रिसर्च. सो इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर एवरी रिसर्चर to carefully investigate that whether the research article is credible for including in your own research or not. So use AI tools like Chat, PDF and SciSpace if you find any term you cannot understand. Also, you can use Hypernotes and Notion AI tools for making notes from this research paper. These AI tools give you a chance to store in information in the form of PDFs of this research paper articles that you can refer later in your research process. Also, AI tools give you the opportunity to categorize your research paper articles under different subheadings and categories that you are able to clear yourself that under which heading which research paper articles are to be used. Also, like I said earlier, you can also use AI tools like Chat, PDF questions and size space for understanding difficult jargons and terminologies used in the research paper articles. I hope this video was useful for you to understanding that how to read a research paper effectively. Thank you so much.